May we request resource persons present here today to please take your seats, and also senators in the vicinity to also please come over. Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. The joint public hearing of the Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, the Committee on Peace, Unification, and Reconciliation, the Committee on Finance is resumed. Yesterday, the following documents were received by the committees: copy of the affidavit of resigned Director General Alan Purisima as submitted to the Board of Inquiry. Number 2, the autopsy reports of the 44 SAF members. Number 3, the exchange of text messages between Major General Edmundo Pangilinan, the Police Director Getulio Napeñas, as submitted by Major General Pangilinan himself. Number 4, a one-page coordination matrix submitted by Director Napeñas, as was requested by Senator Gingona. The committee likewise received a letter from a concerned citizen on the ongoing massive recruitment and training being done by the MILF in the municipality of Panglima, Estino, Sulu, and the opening of an MILF camp in the said town. We have some images to show. We are rendering the audiovisual or the visual presentation. In the meantime, I would like the Office of the Presidential Advisor in the Peace Process, OPAP, to look into the said allegations, as these developments have raised fears among ordinary citizens. So this is the letter that was sent to us, that there's an MILF camp, and these are some of the pictures. And this is again in Panglima, Estino, Sulu. The images show that high-powered firearms are being used during training. These activities are provocative actions which are inimical to the security of our people. It also violates the implementing operational guidelines on the secession of facilities between the Philippine government and the MILF. Dapat natutukan ito ng OPAP para tunay na makamit natin ang kapayapaan. Sa mga larawan, makikita nating nagpapalakas pa rin sila ng puwersa, at kung hindi natin ito masusugpo sa mga susunod na taon, ito ay mabigat na suliranin na babalik-balik din sa atin. So sa ngayong araw po, nais kong magpasalamat sa ating mga resource persons sa inyong pasensya. Nagkaroon lang po tayo ng pagdinig sa executive session, at meron naman po tayong mga na natutunan dito sa executive session na mamaya ay siguro ihahayag din ng ating PNP as acknowledgement din doon sa partisipasyon ng AFP dito sa kanilang operasyon. So ngayong araw po na ito, meron po tayong bagong resource person na si Brigadier General Rodante Hoya na ating patatayuin para manumpa. Secretariat.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this investigation in aid of legislation on the Mamasapano incident?
Yes, I do. I will.
For the record, Madam Chair, Brigadier General Hoya affirms so.
At lahat naman po ng ating mga resource persons ay naalala pa ang kanilang sinumpaan. Ngayon po ay ipagpapatuloy po natin. Each senator again is given 5 minutes. to ask their questions. We will begin from where we left off from yesterday's hearing, the senators who haven't had a chance to ask their questions. In the meantime, we will give the floor to Senator Drilon because he has a pressing appointment to ask his questions.
Just
Senator Drilon.
very briefly, but can we bring back that image that was shown? Can we bring it back? Anyway, while we are bringing it back, just before I ask questions on the point, in today's newspaper, General Purisima, particularly the Philippine Star, mayroong quotation po rito, and I will read it for the record, no? The news article said, Director General Alan Purisima, who has resigned as the Philippine National Police Chief, also failed to inform PNP officer in charge, Deputy Director General Leonardo Espina, about the operation as Aquino had ordered, the President told the Congressman. Do you confirm this? That the President ordered you to specifically inform PNP OIC Director General Espina?
Your Honor, I informed Police Deputy Director General Espina on the morning of January 25.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, and I confirmed that the order was given to me by the President.
Sorry?
The order was given to me by the President, Your Honor.
The order was given to you by the President, but you only informed him after the operations was already launched, and in fact, nandun na sa, nagbakabakbakan na ng mga alas 4 ng madaling araw yung tropa at saka si Marwan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, so let's go back to this. So thank you very much, General. Ito po, bakit, can I have the Mr. Iqbal comment on this? Totoo po ba yung may mga Abu Sayyaf? Ang ASG, what does ASG mean for the record?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Sorry? Yes.
I started with a prayer.
Yes.
Your Honor. I think the acronym ASG is popularly written by newspapermen. It stands for Abu Sayyaf Group.
All right. Now, does this indicate that this indicates that there are Abu Sayyaf groups in that picture?
Well, Your Honor, that picture was originally presented to the congressional hearing sometime in January this year, and it was presented by Governor Sacortan of Sulu.
All right.
But the original picture did not indicate that there was a group there that belongs to the Abu Sayyaf. It merely stated in that hearing, as presented by the Honorable Governor, that showing that the MILF is recruiting some fighters in Sulu. There was no mention about Abu Sayyaf. This is the first time that I saw that kind of picture as that level as of Abu Sayyaf.
But you confirm that these are MILF fighters?
I cannot confirm, Your Honor, but I asked for a copy of that pictures, but I was not given a copy, so that the leadership of the MILF will be guided in our initial investigation, but I was not given a copy of the pictures.
When you say divided, you mean some of those confirm that these are MILF members, the others are disputing it? Is that?
No, it's not. That's not what I mean, Your Honor. But what I mean is that when it was presented during that congressional hearing, I was asking for a copy of the picture. I was not able to get a copy, and then I said I will pass on the information to the leadership of the MILF, and we'll try to look at the allegation whether it is true or not. But Your Honor, that area, that municipality, is embroiled with political problems. There is a ongoing misunderstanding between the politicians in the area, and I think it has something to do with that.
May I now direct my questions to Professor Ferrer or Secretary Deles? You have received this picture earlier, I assume.
Yes, Your Honor. Very recently, and I have also asked our people on the ground to validate, and I asked my staff to convey to the MILF Secretariat, but because we have been very busy with this one, I have not been able to really follow up. But we have relayed the message to the Secretariat, Your Honor, that to the MILF Secretariat, Your Honor, that this is something that we will need to respond to because we received it in an official basis. As well, we have asked the AFP. As well, we have asked our CCCH to verify, Your Honor.
To which body did you submit it again? To the Secretariat of?
One of the Secretariat members of the MILF, Your Honor. I'm still checking. This was just last over the weekend, so I still need to follow up.
Why to the MILF Secretariat?
Well, because this is our allegations. These are allegations against them, and we would also usually, when there are allegations like that, we also check with the leadership. What do you know about this, and how will you respond to this?
You should you not have done our own investigation as government?
Yes, Your Honor, and yes,
Isn't that something revealing? Isn't that revealing?
Yes,
We
Your
are
Honor.
government. We on an issue such as this, you're asking the MILF to comment, and of course the MILF that is expected of them to deny everything. As Mr. Iqbal now, if I were in his shoes, I would also deny that this is MILF.
If I may, Your Honor,
Yes.
because we did do our checking immediately after we received we took a photograph of the photograph at the Senate, and later on we were able to get a cup at the House at that time. And we asked our mechanism, the ceasefire mechanism of government, to undertake their own checking. And they have given us a report of what they found out about this, and we can provide the Senate with a copy of their response
So there is already a report.
from our ceasefire committee about
From your ceasefire
about their
committee.
analysis of the photograph.
You have a do you have a copy of the report?
It's in our files, Your Honor.
Now, what do you mean? You don't have it with you right now?
No, sir. But if we can provide the Senate, you understand that there are some security considerations there, but we can provide the Senate with a copy of the report from our ceasefire committee.
Have you provided the armed forces and the PNP with copies of this report?
Sir, they get their information also from all sources, including the armed forces of the Philippines.
No, I'm asking you a direct question. Did you provide Secretary Rojas and Secretary Gasmin with this report? Because in the past 5 hearings in this committee, it is obvious that many of these things happened because of lack of coordination, lack of information, lack of proper reporting. Now, this was the initial failures apparently is from the PNP, failure to coordinate, etc. But now I'm asking you the question: did you provide as head of our peace panel? Did you provide Secretary Rojas and Secretary Gasmin of this report?
Sir, this issue has to do with Sulu politics, and therefore that is part of the context of all of this.
That is your
event.
conclusion.
Yes, sir.
That is involved
But
in
to
Cebu
the
politics.
question that we have not been able to elevate this matter, but also in compliance with what the Sulu officials have asked us to do, we have done our own investigation.
But you have not furnished copies to the armed forces and to the PNP of this report.
Your Honor, the CCCH is composed of AFP and PNP.
Sir, I understand that the source of the validation was the Western Mindanao Command, and who gave us their response on this.
I'm sorry, Professor.
The office of the General Guerrero, who is the commander of the Western Mindanao Command provided us with the information that was transmitted to us after our inquiry.
So you're telling us now that if I ask you, can you tell us in substance what is in the report? You cannot do that today.
There are some identified personalities there. There are some private armed groups there in terms of the weaponry and so on. But it's very sensitive because of the nature of the politics in the area.
What
you
is
know,
so
there are-
sensitive about the politics in the area?
The political
Politics is never
alliance,
sensitive.
sir, the political alliances that are emerging in time for the 2016
Sorry,
election.
sorry?
The political alliances that are emerging for the 2016 election.
What is so sensitive about political alliances for 2016? Why is that confidential? Why cannot that be revealed in public? Because what is in issue here, as our chair has stated, is that apparently there is a continuous build-up of arms, notwithstanding the comprehensive agreement of the Bangsamoro that we have signed.
Your Honor, that is what we had checked out. And I would just like to clarify that the first thing when we receive this at my level is to refer it to the panel, because they are the ones with the mechanisms that work with the CCCH, with the AFP and the PNP, so that coordination happens on that level, Your Honor.
I again ask the question of Professor.
My first move was not to give it to the MILF. It was first through our own mechanisms, Your Honor.
Again, I ask the question on Professor Ferrer. Do you have a copy of this report with
We have
you
it
today?
in our electronic
Sorry?
file. We do have it now in our electronic
you do have
file,
it now?
yes, sir. But we can give it to you as a document for your perusal.
What does it contain?
Sir, these are intelligence information, and it might be better that it be treated confidentially because, as we know,
it may affect political alliances
yes, sir.
in 2016. And Madam Chair, I submit.
Your Honor, maybe more correctly, as we know, the peace process navigates through terrain that is not always that certain and not always that black and white, and we would prefer. I think Your Honors, I think I will say that if you are not so preoccupied with the hearings here, that this report would have reached me and I would have sent it immediately
So can you just submit the report to the committee?
Yes, Your Honor.
For the record, Mr. President, I think that it should be clear also that when you invoke certain security concerns, it has to be because you are not wanting to jeopardize an ongoing criminal investigation or military operation, because technically we cannot allow you to invoke that unless there's a clear and present danger in the lives also of the constituents within the area. So let us just make it clear that we are allowing this not because of political considerations for 2016, but because of those possible other immediate implications that may be brought about. But we will request for you to submit those documents, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Maybe just to clarify that it is not pure political, but that it is political with the possibility of violence, bringing out between conflicting political parties.
All
If
right.
I may, Your Honor, a report, which means it would still have to be further validated.
It is local. Your Honor. When we refer to 2016, it is a local politics in Sulu, where I think it is known that there are still arms on many sides of the political conflicts in Sulu.
Please, are you asking for the cooperation also of the military or the police to help you in your investigation? You have a contact person within those departments, right?